Consumption was to continue its relentless assault on the family. When Emily fell ill, the sisters struggled to hope against hope that she would recover, and even managed to find some amusement in the critics' wilder speculations about the Bell brothers.
These Bells are obsessed with the coarse and the profane. Ellis Bell is a man of uncommon talents, but dogged, brutal, and morose. Acton Bell revels in inconceivably coarse language, revolting scenes, most connected with the more animal portion of our nature, the epitome of brutality. Lady readers should not peruse it. Devils dance and wolves howl.
I studied these two ferocious authors. The brutal and morose Ellis drew his impeded breath, looking piteously pale and wasted. Acton was sewing and smiled to hear his character so darkly portrayed. How I laugh in my sleeve at these solemn reviewers.
Please sit down and rest.
Let me fetch the doctor. I'll not see any poisoning doctors. Or take their medicines.
Emily made haste to leave us. Physically, she perished, but mentally, she grew stronger than we had ever known her.
No coward soul is mine. No trembler in the world's storm-troubled sphere. There is not room for death, nor atom that his might could render void, since thou art being and breath, and what thou art may never be destroyed.
Here lying under thy hand in great weakness of body, look graciously upon her, O Lord.
On the 19th of December, 1848, 3 months after the death of Branwell, my dear sister Emily died.
Be comforted. She died knowing that Christ is her Saviour, and heaven her eternal home.
The anguish of her suffering is gone. No need now to tremble for the hard frost and keen wind. Emily feels them no more.
The truth is that amongst some other unjust prejudices, at which I have already hinted,
Within weeks of Emily's death, Anne, too, was diagnosed with consumption. I thought my heart would break.
the Marquis had contracted a horror mingled with contempt.
Forgive my intrusion, but, well, I thought you might like to see this. It's the latest copy of Blackwood's magazine, in which they have published a new poem by a certain Acton Bell.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols.
Well, Miss Anne, Miss Bronte.
Oh, thou hast taken my delight and hope of... and hope of life away, and bid me watch the painful night and wait the weary day.
Take courage, Charlotte. Take courage.
Charlotte, take me to Scarborough. I long to see the sea again. I have such happy memories of staying there when I was a governess. It will do me more good than all these medicines.
You are too unwell to travel. We will go when you feel stronger.
I will not be troublesome, Charlotte. There is no time to be lost. I'm ready to go now, Papa.
God bless you, my child.
Look after yourself while I'm away.
I knew it would be the last time that I should see her upon this earth.
I have no horror of death, but I wish it would please God to spare me, not only for Papa and Charlotte's sakes, but because I long to do some good in the world before I leave it. I have many schemes in my head, humble and limited indeed, but still I should not like to have lived to so little purpose. God's will be done.
Anne died 4 days after our arrival, and I buried her there at Scarborough. She rests quietly in the graveyard of St. Mary's Church, on the cliff overlooking the sea.
Within the space of 9 months, Patrick Bronte had lost 3 more of his beloved children.
Dear Mr. Smith, if a prophet had warned me how I should stand in June 1849, I should have thought this can never be endured. It is over. Branwell, Emily, Anne are gone like dreams. Gone as Maria and Elizabeth went 20 years ago. Papa has only me now, the weakest, puniest, least promising of his 6 children. Consumption has taken the whole 5. Still, I have some strength to fight the battle of life. Labor is the only radical cure for rooted sorrow.